They're keeping me and my kids, so we're trying to take a flight to London, and they detained us in some kind of a room that looks like a jail cell.
Eldri drenginn út.
Hvenær?
Veistu ekkert það fara barnavernd?
Hvenær var úrskurðað ég mætti ekki fara með hann út?
Það má ekki fara með hann út.
Hvenær var sá úrskurður?
Róaði bara niður.
Ég alveg góð.
Róaði bara niður og við bara tölum eins og eðlilegt fólk.
Já, það var í fyrra og það var afnumið.
Ok, það ekki búin að okkur vita, þannig við vitum það ekki og nú erum við að vinna í því að tala við barnanum og fá úr það skorið það sé afnumið. Við getum ekkert gert annað. Það það sem við erum að vinna í núna og við þurfum að fara lengi út.
Já, ég er að fara út í stuttan tíma.
Ok. Já.
Fjölskylduferð út.
Fjölskylduferð út til Londons?
Já.
Ég ekki með útlanda.
Ég með forræði yfir bæði börnunum mínum hérna.
Ég ekki.
Mamma, hann að gera vinnuna sína.
Ég að tala við mannin, vilt þú hætta? Ég alveg róleg.
Við tala um mig, sko.
Þetta bara...
Ég alveg róleg frástum, ég veit hvað að gera.
Það verið að tala við Barnavernd og fá úr því skorið.
Hver á börnin? Barnavernd hérna að ykkar mati, barnaverndarnefnd eða mæður? Út af því að ég með forræðið.
Við erum að fá bara úr þessu skorið.
Já.
Ég ætla ekkert að...
Vilt þú ekki segja þetta?
Ég ætla ekkert að fara að munnhöggva stuði.
Nei, ég er bara að tala og segja ykkur þar sem að eins og ég með forræði við strákunum mínum.
Við erum að ganga skorið.
Og ég að segja þér.
1. september.
1. september. Þá var mér sagt, sko, þú veist, hann var kominn heim aftur úr einhverju fóstri sem var verið að gefa honum eiturlyf í. 1. september, þá mátti ég fara með hann út. Og núna það í gildi að ég megi fara með barnið mitt út. Fyrir utan það ég ætti alltaf að geta farið með barnið mitt út.
Ok, sko, við erum bara að ganga skuggum að það sé rétt. Á meðan við vitum ekki betur, að þá stoppum við.
Sonur minn ekki á sakaskrá.
Nei, þetta hefur ekkert með sonum að gera.
Já, og ég með forræði við sinni mínu.
Já, það það akkurat það sem við erum að ganga skugga, að þú sért með það.
Já, og faðirinn keyrði okkur hingað. Það foreldrar sem eiga börnin sín.
Ég veit ekkert hver keyrði okkur hingað, ég veit bara þeir eru komin hingað og þeir eru komin hérna. Nú erum við bara að vinna í því að leysa þetta mál. Og þess vegna ég að spyrja það. Þú segir þú sért komin forræði, við erum í sambandi við Barnavernd. Og við fáum það bara úrskurð ef þetta
Ég var alltaf með forræði, Barnavernd var með
Ég efast ekkert það, en hann var settur í fóstur og ég veit ekkert af hverju. En ég bara segja þér, nú erum við að vinna með Barnavernd.
Hann var stolinn í fóstur.
Mamma, að hætta að láta þessu að hann sé bara að láta
Ég ekki að gera, ég að segja um söguna.
Takk fyrir það.
Þannig að þú ætlar að vera í nokkra daga?
Já, ég ætla að vera í nokkra daga.
Er það mánuði, 2 mánuði, 3 mánuði, 10 mánuðir eða...
Nokkri dagar.
Eða bara...
Nokkri dagar.
Ok. 5 dagar, eitthvað svona...
Já, en erum við í Austur-Þýskalandi? Fólk ekki með ferðafrelsi yfir sjálfur sig að börnum?
Ef þú ert ekki með forræðar nánu, þá hann náttúrulega ekki frá að fara. Og þá ekki ferðarfrelsi á hann. Þannig við bara göngum skugga.
Já, þið bara gangi og skugga þetta.
Það það sem við erum að gera.
Nákvæmlega.
Já. Það fyrir Sunna Guðrún Íton beðin að koma að útgangu.
Heyrðu, það verið að kalla á mig að koma með barnið mitt úr vélinni. Ég á leiðinni til Englands með syni mína. Nei. Barnavernd að reyna að setja son minn á lyf og það verið að kalla mig að koma út. Það verið að kalla mig, hei, strákar, komið bara að setjast aftur niður. Nei, komið og setjast aftur niður. Barnavernd ræður ekki yfir ykkur. Barnavernd ræður ekki yfir ykkur. Child services in Iceland is stealing Icelandic children. They're stealing Icelandic children away from their parents. Trying to give them dangerous Concerta and Ritalin. And this is how they treat us. Bara vinnan. Það séu nasistarnir líka, þetta bara vinnan. Ánni tóku fólki í útrýmingabúðir. Þetta bara vinnan. Konar segja hér, þetta bara vinnan. Þetta ógeðslegt fólk. Það ekki hægt að kalla þetta fólk. Að þú veist að fela sig bak við þetta sé vinna, ég myndi aldrei vinna við þetta. So now after they kicked us off the plane, my perfectly fine luggage by the hateful Icelandic, I don't know who handled it, they totally ruined my bag, as you can see, this has never happened to me. I'm a frequent flyer and these things just don't happen. So there's a lady here offering, you know, reimbursements, whatever, for this. But yeah, I don't know what kind of a hateful person does this to somebody's luggage. But I hope things in there aren't broken. But yeah, so this is Icelandic law for you. It's lawlessness here. It's okay. I'm gonna take it further. These people know that when I that when I get my when I go at him, I will go at him. So look at this. This is from the hateful police. Hello, my name is Sunna Eaton. I have been terrorized and bullied by Barnavernd since I had my oldest child. My oldest child is 17 right now. Today, after, you know, seeing that there was an imminent, you know, harassment from child services for no reason, because they have no reason to try to take away my children, I decided to take 2 of my sons to England. We do not want to be here at the moment in Iceland due to harassment. They have accused me for years of neglect, abuse, verbal abuse, physical abuse, taking drugs, drinking, dirty home, neglecting school, anything under the sun almost. They have accused me for everything. I'm a normal mother. I try to give my children a loving home, but they bully us. They bully minorities, and they bully people that they are capable, that are easy to bully. Under the recently, there has been a lot of, I found this week, they were sending me things, sending me certified mail. They're trying to scare me, but the only reason that they're doing it is because I have been very, very, very hard. I've gone very hard in talking about child services in Iceland, Barnavernd, and criticizing them and telling about their crimes and how they abuse and harass families, mine included. My children are now ready to, because they fully see. I got documents sent as certified mail. They were like this thick, papers about my children with all the complaints and everything. For each child, there was a paper this thick. I got that 2 days ago. I started to read through it. It was way too much to read because they constantly repeat themselves. To make it you look very bad, they constantly repeat in every paper that I got for my kids. They were constantly repeating everything. So eventually I just threw it out because there were so many lies. I sat with my kids and we read through it, and my kids say I laughed because it's really sad, but because they saw through the lies. They saw through the Barnavernd lies. Well, I didn't see another way but to take my sons out of here because they are trying to take away all my children for different reasons, silly reasons. The school that my children went to, they have been neglecting them for years. My son was abused there. They were constantly trying to shorten one of my child. He's very hyperactive. He's my 13-year-old. He's a intelligent boy, but very hyperactive. And he does, you know, he's bright, but he has like a difficult time sitting and studying. So he has a difficult time sitting and studying, and they're using that against me. I sent him to school every day. I was even arguing with them for him to be in school because they kept on saying they couldn't handle him. But yet again, they were making complaints to Barnavernd about me being neglectful out of nowhere because I reported them for neglecting his studies. They would not let him participate in everything. They were constantly trying to shorten his school day. They wanted him to come an hour, you know, early and leave an hour late. No, come an hour come to school an hour late and leave an hour early. But enough about that. I have been constantly sending him to school. There was little being done in school. I put him in school. I'm in America for a short time. Everything went great and dandy over there. I never got a complaint. They really enjoyed my son. But today, due to imminent threats from Barnavernd, I still have custody over my children. Due to imminent threats from Barnavernd, by the way, Barnavernd has, destroyed a lot of my children. They because they interfered with and were so young and constantly have been harassing us. We've really never been able to fully, live a normal family life. But anyway, due to the imminent threats from Barnavernd, I decided to take my 2 sons out. My oldest son was ready to leave because he sees through this corruption. I asked Barnavernd for help 2 years ago because my older son was being harassed in our neighborhood by other boys. And he felt insecure, so he stayed in the house. He didn't want to leave the house. Well, I looked to Barnavernd for help, and I asked them if he could stay in a foster home for just a few weeks, so he could, be able to go out the house without being threatened with bodily harm from, other teenage boys. And oh yeah, Barnavernd is all willing to help. I signed that he would be there for 2 months. Well, that time passed, so he went into foster care. That time passed, and I got a letter that I'm not getting him back. The mother that was looking for everything best in her child's interest was not getting her child back. And the woman, Anna Eygló Karlsdóttir, wrote horrible things about me, that I was abusive verbally, and everything. She even used against me that I listened to a pastor on a YouTube. She used against me that I'm a Christian, that I try to teach my children about Jesus Christ. Just horrible what she said about me. Well, anyway, my son, after trying to get him back for over a year, he didn't want to talk to me, and I kept on getting a paper saying that he was so happy with a family. But the reason why he wanted to stay there was because that was a party house. The lady had 2 older children, and there were being illegal drugs taken there. Her son overdosed. Her son was doing drugs with my son. I will have that in a later video. But anyway, today I tried to leave with my kids to England with my 2 sons, and they scanned my passport. They scanned my younger son's passport. When they scanned my older son's passport, they said that there could be they said that there was a problem. So police, the lady in the immigration, whatever you call it, she calls, for assistance, and a police officer comes, asks us to come aside, and they walk us into a room, close us in there. I videotaped it. They were constantly coming in and telling me to erase everything. They were being very, threatening. We were just treated like, horrid. We were treated horribly. And Iceland is supposed to be like one of the first world countries, but it's all a facade. Iceland is not what you think it is. And, I was about to miss my plane, but then he assured we would be able to go on our flight. And then they let us go on our flight. That was a trick. And they said everything was okay. We sit on our flight, and I have post-traumatic stress syndrome. I have an anxiety issue from 2007 when they first took my kids. Due to anxiety, it's really hard on the body. But anyway, we're sitting on the plane, and the plane was so delayed, and they gave everybody like some false excuse why they were delaying the plane. This was horrible for my 2 sons. I get called up in the plane and saying that I have to evacuate the plane. Police officers came and got us, and they brought a subpoena saying that they're grounding my younger son. He wasn't even the issue why they stopped us in the first place, but they called Barnavernd while we were on the plane, and they grounded my son because I'm supposed to go for an interview at Barnavernd, who are trying to steal away my children. Barnavernd is a dangerous criminal organization, and they will not be getting my children. My children will be making statements of their own in videos. My son will be writing, telling about his foster experience. But anyway, they grounded us. So now I'm stuck in Iceland. They destroyed my luggage. I believe somebody jumped on it, because I've never seen a luggage in this condition, and I'm a frequent flyer. Well, we had to they humiliated us. We had to walk away in police escort out of the airplane, and we walked all the way to it was horrid. My older son he was so upset that they wouldn't let him fly out that he ran off, and I was trying to find him. I yelled at them, please find my son, please find my son, because we were waiting for our bags to come. They said, wait here for your bags. In police escort, many police. They said, wait for your bags. My son had run off. I was like, go find my son. I'm scared for him. Go find him now. They said, no, he's not our problem, and they walked away. And that just shows that they don't care about children. It's all about power, money, and control. There's a lot of money in the child protective system here, in the Barnavernd system. Iceland is becoming, a Barnavernd hellhole. They want to take rights away from parents. Well, they are trying to take rights away from parents. I am my children's mother, and that will not be changed. Anyway, there will be videos that follow with what happened, and I'm putting that in. So thanks for listening, and yeah, you will hear from me more.